Check 1, 2, 3. CenterStrain01 is live. Check 1. Here we go. Gonna wait till some people start to trickle in here. And then we will begin this amazing retro stream. What is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to the stream. This is actually live. That is right. I am 100% live right now. This isn't a pre-recorded video or anything like that. This is live. And this is going to be fun. So today we're bringing back a series that we haven't had in such a long time. And for those of you that are OGs on my channel, they'll remember a little series that we had called Retro Saturdays, where we would go and play some older style games, you know, and we played anything from, you know, maybe even PlayStation 2 or Xbox games, things like that. Just a little bit older games than what is known for modern games today. And yeah, and it's just fun to kind of remember where gaming has come from, to play a few classic games. And I thought it would be fun to bring this series back since everyone's at home right now. We're not able to do, you know, what we normally can do. So every Saturday for the foreseeable future, we'll have a stream like this where we play some classic games. Now, in this stream, we're going to be doing multiple games. It's not just going to be one classic game. It's going to be just kind of going around playing different games. You guys have seen these things that I've done before. So I'm very happy to have Retro Saturdays back. So on your screen, what you're seeing is called Launch Box. It is something that you can actually download for free. But if you want the premium version, you do have to pay a little bit, and it's not that much. But think of this as what they call a front end. This allows you to be able to have all of your games and everything that you own in one like location, like arcade. You know, you see all these that I have here, right? And I'm going to show you a different front end as well. I've got a few. It took me like a month to build everything that you're going to see here. So this is Launchbox, but this is not what I'm going to show you. What I'm going to show you is called Big Box, and I'm going to show you two different. I'm going to show you Big Box, and I'm going to show you CoinOps, because I have different games in different places. So to start out, we're going to go ahead and switch over to Big Box. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to click on Big Box. Here we go. Give it a few moments, and it will load up. So here we go. Welcome to Big Box. And again, this is not free. To get Big Box, you do have to pay a little bit, but it's not that bad. It's definitely worth it to me. It's a place for you to keep all of your games and have it look really cool, very retro, and it's pretty cool. And you can see the emblems on the left. I actually made those myself in Photoshop. The PS1 emblem, the PS2 emblem with Snake, and then the PSP emblem. I've done those so far, and I've even done the NES one there, the classic. And then there. So, like, I've done a mixture of everything. So we're going to play a few different types of games. I mean, we'll just start with, let's go with NES first. Called Big Box. B-I-G-B-O-X. But yeah, so here you go. As you can see, I mean, we've got in Nintendo alone, I mean, there's over, like, I don't know, let's go. There we go. We'll start here. This is the beginning of it. There is over every single Nintendo game is in this. So, I mean, any Nintendo game that you could possibly think of is pretty much here. And each of them have videos. I had to set all of this up. It took a very, very long time. But it's really, really cool. So why don't we play something fun? Something maybe we haven't played in a long time. Can you guys name off any games that you wouldn't mind seeing on the Nintendo? We'll start with Nintendo and then we'll go on from there. We're going to be doing some Metal Gear. We're going to be doing, you know, all the way up to PS2. Even GoldenEye. We might play some GoldenEye today, so that'll be fun. All right, well, since, like, I know you guys are probably already going to want to see Metal Gear, so let me go ahead and go to PS1. All right, so as you can see, this the PS1 games that I got. I mean, we've got everything: Resident Evil, Nemesis, all the Syphon Filter games. I love the Tiger Wood games. X-Files, such a great freaking game. If this came out the same exact week, I think that Metal Gear Solid came out. I love the X-Files. I want to do a walkthrough of this game at some point. It's so fun.
Agent Cook.
007 games, Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough, Crash Bandicoots, Driver, Fear Effect, which is such a great series as well. If you've never played Fear Effect, it's awesome. Fox Hunt, which is another one of those FMV spy thrillers kind of games that came out a long time ago. Gran Turismo. I just have a few things on here that I really enjoy. So I'm going to go ahead and start up Metal Gear Solid 1. Now, I'm playing, this is being played. Hey, Silver, thank you so much. Keep up the good work. Love your channel. Stay healthy, my friend. Will do. Thank you so much, bud. All right, so I'll start out with some Metal Gear. This is running emulation. So this game is going to look like 90 times better than it did when you just saw what I did yesterday. So what you're going to see is kind of like 5K quality, if that makes any sense. The game is going to look tremendously better. Now, I don't have widescreen format on, so this is the original format that the game came out in. We'll skip the intro. You don't need to see that. We'll just play like the first section of the game so you can see it. Actually, why don't we do a little bit of VR training? I think I already have... Okay, no save files. All right, so let's just get in there. Oh, it's in number 2. Okay. Now, you'll see how crisp and how clear everything is in the game. I gotta get used to the buttons again. It's been a while. I think it's B. I'm playing on an Xbox One X controller.
Impressive, Snake.
I mean, just look how cool this stuff is. I do want to eventually do like a full walkthrough of this.
What was that noise?
Impressive, Snake.
And of course, I also have the VR game, Metal Gear Solid Integral. I mean, you can just see how much crispier everything looks. That is because this is being run by emulation. And when you run games in emulation, you can actually run the game at a higher internal resolution. And the resolution that I'm running the game at right now, I believe, is 5K.
Impressive,
which is like 8 times better than the original Metal Gear game. So everything's going to look nice and crisp. I think this one's real easy. You just run all the way around.
Impressive, Snake.
Yes, I will be playing GoldenEye 007 in this. Yep. All right, let me show you the beginning of the game and you can take a look at how it looks. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay and everything is sounding fine. I'll just let the beginning of the game play out and we'll go just a little bit. Hey, Madman. Yes, you have to own these games, obviously. But there are ways to get all of these games, but I'm not going to tell you how to do that, because that's illegal.
I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
But yes, there are ways that you can go out and get all of these games. And at this point, I don't find it really that bad anymore because it's so hard to even play these games anymore, so playing them on emulation is the best way. So, I mean, go out and find them on Google. Search the game and you can easily find it and download it. And the emulator I'm using is PS...
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Well, I'm using
Loud and
RetroArch.
clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in
I'll
the
show you.
back is the only way up.
As you can see, I'm running RetroArch, which is hooked up to the emulator I'm using is called Beetle PSX HW. This is for when you want to run games on very, very high settings, like if you want 4K like type of graphics on the PlayStation 1. That is how you do use Beetle PSX HW from RetroArch, which all of that is free.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface, but make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button.
I can actually play Metal Gear
When we
Solid
need to
3 in
contact
this
you,
stream,
the codec will
because I
beep.
have it too.
When you hear that noise, press the select button.
But I will be doing the Metal Gear
codec's
Solid 3
receiver
live stream
directly
probably
stimulates the
tomorrow.
small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Quality is good, audio is really good. I mean, just look at it. Yeah, it's pixelated because it's a PlayStation 1 game, but other than that, everything is very, very smooth. If you look at it, the textures, all of that is just really smooth.
What was that?
Uh-oh. I've already got caught. I've already got caught. I don't know the controls enough. And I'm dead. Straight dies within the first. You want to know why I got caught there? I'll tell you. It's because the water.
Snake, what happened? Snake! Snake!
The water. As you can see, there's a puddle. And if you run over the water, like if you haven't played this game in a while, then you could easily not realize that puddle is there and hit the puddle. So I think if you just wait a few seconds longer. Wait for this guy to come back. Yeah. There we go.
Snake, there's an elevator there you can take up to the ground. You'll just have to wait for the elevator to come down. You better hide somewhere.
See, I mean, it's all here. Like, you know, this is the original game. looks really good. It's so much crispier than what you would have saw yesterday, because what I did that back in 2013, I did that on the PlayStation 3, and it's just the regular base game. It's not upped resolution. I think the resolution's like 320 by 2 something from the original. So that's why you're seeing so much crispierness. So when I do my walkthrough, this is what I'm going to be doing it on. I'm going to be doing it on this emulation right here, which is going to allow the game to look really, really good for more comparable to today's, you know, higher quality. And that's the whole point and the reason I'm doing it. Now you'll notice that there will be a few glitches. Like, do you see that? Like his cone is slightly off. It's because the game wasn't meant to be played in this type of quality. So you're going to see some glitches. Like his cone is not matched up with his dot, if that makes sense. Like a glove. It's his breath. It's because it's cold. I mean, this is in the Alaska archipelago. You can just see how much crisper and clear everything is. I mean, I've thought about doing the original Resident Evil games. There's just so many games to do that I don't want to get overwhelmed, you know? There's so many possibilities that we have of different games that we can play. Now, the only thing you'll notice that won't be updated is the text, because the text, the way they did it is it's not an actual pixel in the text. It's if the text was pixels, then it would look nice, but the text will look a little bit kind of washed out. But there's nothing you can really do about that. Everything else will look super clear. This is running on Beetle PSX HW using RetroArch. Someone's about to swat down a bothersome fly.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
Thanks to the VR training I did on board the Discovery.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with.
I'll go ahead and skip the codex. You don't need to see that. Daughter's doing fine, Theodore. Thanks for asking. See, you're going to see some graphical glitches there.
Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
When you emulate a game,
no idea.
no game is perfect. It's
But it looks
impossible.
like our little diversion got their attention.
So you're going to see little
Now's your best
graphical
chance to
glitches
slip in
every now and then.
unnoticed.
And you can also kind of tweak things. There's a lot of settings that you can tweak to get the best looking game and make it run smooth.
There are only
Ghost, this is
18
live.
hours left until their deadline.
Remember back when you actually had to press the button in order to skip the text?
The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing
Yes,
and
we have all
vision
those
due to
games,
their
Madman.
gene therapy. Make sure you don't let them see you.
First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS trans...
I'm going to go ahead and skip all these. And then there we have it. Now we've got the gameplay. I mean, just look how beautiful this is. A surveillance camera?
A surveillance camera?
It's still so fun playing this, right? After all these years, you know? I'm not going to play the whole game. I'm not playing the whole game, so I'm just going to play like the first little bit here. Just to kind of show you that even emulation, these games can run super, super good.
Snake.
Master
This is
Miller. Oh, the glitch for, yeah. Where you glitch through the little, the vent or whatever, you skip like half the game.
I moved the dark machine to the cell in the first floor.
But did you see how everything just looks so much
What
smooth?
about the vent shaft cleaning?
They just opened the
And see,
vent
here's the
covers.
great thing about emulation. Check
About to
this
start
out.
spraying for rats.
I hit F1. I go down to save state. Okay? Let's say I change it to slot 5 and I click save state.
First floor basement ventilation
So
shaft.
I saved it right before he
those
said
covers as
first
soon as they're
floor
done spraying.
basement shaft.
Also, keep your
I can click F1, go to load state,
First
and it goes
floor
right back to
basement
it.
ventilation
So
shaft.
gone are the days where you
Shut
have
those
to
covers
even
as soon as they're done
save.
spraying.
Like, you know, these old
Also,
games
keep
can be
your eye
very
on that
tough
woman in the
when
cell.
you're trying to play them.
Don't get
When you don't
careless
even
now.
have to worry about saving anymore. You can actually just load states. So you'll go
Something
right back
happened?
every single time to that load state.
First floor basement
Perfect for making
ventilation
videos
shaft.
and whatnot
Shut
when
those
you're doing old
covers as soon as they're
walkthroughs.
done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell.
All right, so there's Metal Gear Solid. And of course, we have Metal Gear Solid VR, which is also called Metal Gear Solid Integral in Japan. I believe that's what it was called. Then they changed it, the name to VR. So I don't know how many of you guys actually played this game. This is an entire game built on nothing but VR. And there are hundreds of missions. You got sneaking mode, weapon mode, advanced, and special. No weapon, practice, time attack, SOCOM. And everything is time based. So the faster you are, you get a ranking, right? So for instance here,
Impressive, Snake.
when she says impressive Snake, that means you've made the time or whatever, you got the highest thing. It's all about getting the fastest time or whatnot. But yeah, so this whole thing is, I mean, you could go all the way up to, all right, let's do level 5. Okay, this is the sleeping one. Just look how clear that looks. The ground, the floor, you don't see jagged edges. You don't see any of that like you would normally see on a PlayStation game. That is because this is emulated, and it's just, it looks so beautiful.
Impressive, Snake.
And it's so easy to get in and out of a game. Boom, I just ended that game, and then we can go right in. And do anything else. So let's try another one. Let's take a look at the beginning of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. We're going to be playing all different types of games today, so put your suggestions in the comments and just kind of remind me every now and then of some games that you guys would like to see, as I'm going to be playing a bunch of different ones. And we are going to be switching front ends. We're going to go to CoinOps, which is another front end. That is where I have GoldenEye on. Stars. Oh yeah, I'll be playing some Syphon Filter. Now you can see the text, how it looks very blurry. That's nothing you can do. This is how text was back then. The way that they did it, so you can't really do anything about it.
Resident Evil.
But the game itself will look so freaking crisp.
It all began as an ordinary day in September. An ordinary day in Raccoon City. A city
like it says raccoon.
No one dared to oppose them, and that lack of strength would ultimately lead to their destruction.
Yes, emulation, Nemesis runs really good.
They had to suffer the consequences of their actions, but there would be no forgiveness. If only they had had the courage to fight. It's true that once the wheels of justice begin to turn, nothing can stop them. Nothing.
I'm not sure if I have Dino Crisis on here.
Last chance, and my last chance. My last escape.
Yeah, Syphon Filter has horrible controls when it comes to movement, but it's such an iconic game.
This is Chopper Delta, preparing to drop off at area.
All right, we'll skip the cutscene and go right into the farewell to my life, farewell to my home. This is my last chance for survival. This is my last escape. I can't remember what buttons do what, so this is... Oh god. Okay, what's the run button? Okay, that's that. There it is. I put it on easy mode just to make sure that I don't, like, die within, like, first few minutes. What is it? Okay, no. So B is that. A climbs, alright. Okay, now so notice how it looks. It looks exactly like the original, right? I did not up the graphics on this one, so I'm going to show you what that looks like when you do it. So I'm going to go to, because you got to do it in every single game. Change video output settings. Let's see, output. Yeah. Smoking. That doesn't matter. You need the inside, so it's not that one. Which one is it? I think it's quick menu. Options. Here it is. All right. Yeah, see, it's only 1x native. Internal GPU. So every game you play, you've got to go in and do its own. What you just saw is how the game is originally supposed to look, right? You saw that it looked like a PlayStation 1 game. You saw the pixels. Everything looked a little jaggy. The edges weren't smooth, all that kind of stuff. So here, I'm going to show you how when you bump it up to 8 times the resolution, how that actually changes dramatically everything. Ready? It's going to exit the game, and it'll come back. Now look at how smooth that is when you bump the resolution. It looks like a completely different game.
28th, daylight. The monsters have overtaken the city. Somehow, I'm still alive.
That is what emulation can do for you. It just smooths everything out. Yeah, the characters still look blocky, but that's just because this is a, you know, over a 20-year-old game.
We've got to get out of here.
What? What do you think you're talking about? I just lost my daughter out there. How dare you tell me to go back outside?
I'm sorry about your daughter, but there isn't going to be any rescue. We have to get out of here.
All right, so you see that, and I'll go back just one more time and show you what 1x resolution native. This is what exactly it looked like on the PlayStation. You saw how crisp and clear that was. Now look. Give it a second. It'll load back in. Now you see how it's just fuzzy, and it's just everything is blurry around the heads. You see all these little dots. That's how it originally looked. And it's as simple as, you can even go up to 16x. So this is like 8K, pretty much, internal resolution. Hopefully it doesn't crash. No, it still runs. All right. But yeah, so there you go. Game looks great. It would be interesting to go and play this thing. I've never done a walkthrough of Resident Evil 3. I've never done a walkthrough of any of the original Resident Evils on the original PlayStations. What's up, 6B? That's right. Pay your respects. I don't know his full name, but I think his name is Paul. The original voice actor for Leon died yesterday. And what sucks is the circumstances of his death was he needed I guess an operation, and because of the coronavirus, they had to postpone that operation, and because of that, he ended up dying. So one way or another, the coronavirus got him. And that just sucks. But yeah, so there's Resident Evil 3. But alright, you guys wanted to see a little bit of Syphon Filter, so why not? Now, during different retro streams, even though I am going to be playing multiple games, there are going to be some times where I'll play a certain game for like an hour. Or we'll make a retro stream just that specific game. And I think it'll be fun. Now you'll notice that cutscenes and stuff, they only run at 15 frames a second.
Torch it. Burn it all. But what about the serum? Leave nothing. Now I will show you how I...
Let me make sure that I got... resolution is at 16. Okay, good. Some cutscenes are just going to look bad just because it's PlayStation.
Finish him.
With pleasure.
These are the coordinates Ellis sent.
Over there.
I have a good amount of retro consoles and stuff, yeah. But I'm not a big collector.
Executed. Leon, you find anything?
The place is torched. I don't know what they were growing, but it wasn't narcotics.
Romer knew we were coming.
So what's our next move?
We watch for the next viral outbreak. We won't have to wait long.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and skip the cutscene here. Listen to that music. Even got a training video.
This is a quick primer on the basic controls you need to complete your mission. Pay attention and you might stay alive. Use your D-pad to move around the environment. By pressing L1 in conjunction with the D-pad, you can aim your weapons for accurate fire. Different weapons have different aim modes. When aiming with the sniper rifle...
Characters definitely don't look that good. I can definitely attest to that. Alright, so once the actual game starts, then you're going to see how the game will look really good.
When does the operation begin?
Our
The
intelligence
cutscenes,
within
they're
the
still the
FBI was
same.
not clear.
They still look like this
but rumors
because it's,
men are
it's called
already
an
inside the
FMV.
subway.
It's not
Is it the same
actual
virus?
gameplay.
Yes, enough
Therefore,
to
the
eliminate
FMV
everyone
cannot look
within
any better.
100 miles.
But the gameplay itself, as you'll see right here, as you can see, it's very crisp and clear.
Your due is on level 2. No location yet for Ravage, and I don't
Very
see
weird
any
game to
sign of
control.
Copy. I'm on my way.
So you use the left and right trigger to strafe. And then that's how you move around. It's so freaking weird. And then you can use L1, because I'm using an Xbox controller, to first-person aim. You see what I'm saying? It's like the controls are just a little bit weird. Classic nonetheless, though. I think you can jump through here, right? I think you gotta shoot, yeah. There we go.
Gabe, CBDC has an agent pinned down in a vacant building 2 blocks east of you. Can you help?
I have the Matrix Path of Neo on here, but I don't have Enter the Matrix on here. So you can switch weapons. I'm trying to remember how to do that. There it is. As you can see, there's a few graphical glitches. When you... There he is. Headshot.
Oh my god, Gabe.
Oh!
You've killed a CBDC agent.
Oops. I killed the wrong guy. Oh, it was up. It was... Oops, it failed the mission because I killed the wrong guy.
I've got an ID match for Romer on level 1. Your due is on level 2.
Alright, so you see how crisp and clear the game looks, right?
See any sign of error mob.
Copy.
Now this is how it originally looked. There you go. You see how everything is a lot... I mean, you see like just a lot of dots, a lot of jagged edges. And it just changes so much of the game when you actually take it up. I usually like to use 8 because 8 I think is plenty enough. It just looks so much better. But like I said, you see the glitches that happen when you're playing, when you up the resolution? Which is pretty much what this is from. You got your classic taser. I don't know if I can pull it off. Can I? I can try. Let's see if we can pull the taser off on this guy over here. Now watch him start to smoke. He'll get on fire. I mean, come on, that's so good. I mean, this is like brutal. This is an emulator. But you see the graphical glitches. So you can get rid of those glitches by... you have to just find the right settings. Every game has a perfect setting that will allow the game to look crisp and play good. So you just kind of have to finical with it. I'm just using a blank standard setting right now. So that's why some of these games don't have like little graphical glitches. Fatality, right? And then I got all the Syphon Filter games on here. Let's take a look at The world is not enough. And we're just kind of playing a few PlayStation games right now. The world is not enough. Bum-boo-doo-doo. Now, this was made by the same team that did Tomorrow Never Dies, Black Ops Entertainment. There are different versions of this game. There's a Nintendo 64 version as well. EA Games, challenge everything. Look at that, classic. I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'm not going to let that music play. But I'll take a look at this and show you kind of what it looks like.
A meeting has been arranged for you with a Swiss banker named Lachaise. Lachaise was paid £3 million for a stolen report, a report that one of our 00 agents was tracking just before he got killed.
Of course, if you've ever played, or if you've ever seen the movie, then you know what's going on. It can be hard to get used to the controls. Even back then, controls just weren't... That early days of 3D just didn't have that same feeling. But look how crisp and clear this looks.
May I help you?
I'm here to see Lachaise. The name's Bond. James Bond.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bond. He is currently unavailable. Perhaps you'd like to wait here for another representative?
Lobby security should be light, but be sure to activate your VLF disruptor before passing through the metal detector.
Okay, so you see how it looks, right? Everything looks pretty crisp and clear. But this is one of those games that is just downright ugly when you have it on its original resolution. You see, it just has a very, very, like, ugh look to it.
Sorry, sir. This area is restricted to employees only.
That's why I just prefer to do, 8X on pretty much every game. It just makes them look so much better. See? Look at the difference there. It's night and day. Like, if you back away, he'll move. Then you can sneak by. Great sneaking mechanic, huh? I punched the door.
You are now on a high-security floor below the penthouse. Locate the elevator that will access the penthouse level.
Hey, Scooby. So, I don't know. So you still got strafe with left and right? Or your left trigger and right trigger? You can crouch. So you got stealth movement. And then if you press LB, you got your aiming. I think you can still... Is it called reverse crouch? Or reverse sniper? I think that's what it is. Yeah, there it goes. So now I'm inverted. I prefer inverted. You guys know me. So if you do this, you can peek around corners. Look at how cool that is. Even back in a game like this. Still got that classic GoldenEye sound to it. I mean, it's pretty cool playing these old games like this. It really is. Well, hello there. Go into sneak mode. It's got an auto aim feature pretty much. You know they're coming. That looks clear. All right, we made it. Look at that. It actually doesn't control that bad.
Lachaise's personal guards are heavily armored. Stay away from them.
But yeah, all right. So you get the idea. So I'm just like playing some different games. So that's the PlayStation 1. Tomorrow Never Dies is a game I played so much. I loved Tomorrow Never Dies. You know, Crash Bandicoot. I just have a few PlayStation games on here. Fear Effect is such a good game. Gran Turismo, the Mega Man X series, Mission Impossible, which is a tough game to play now, but it was fun back in the day. So there's PlayStation. Let's look at PS2 for a second. So you got the classic God of Wars, right? Let's do God of War 2. Let's just take a look at it real quick. There we go. Now, I believe it still should be on 16X. So we're playing a PlayStation 2 game now, right? So this is using PSX C2, I think, is the emulator that I have for this. So it's a completely different emulator than what you saw earlier. I can't use RetroArch for this. So I'll just start this up real quick. I'll just do it
By
on
defeating Ares, Kratos, the once mortal warrior, became the new god of war. However, Kratos soon found himself alone on Olympus, shunned by his fellow gods. But Kratos had no need for the love of petty gods. He had found a new family in the warriors of Sparta, gaining solace from his past in the carnage of battle.
My lord!
And now the game will look like 4K.
Athena!
It's
You
crazy.
will suffer for this!
I mean, just look at how good that looks.
Don't let him open the door!
Run's really good on this too.
Stand fast, men!
You can block and stuff.
The battle is ours! By the gods, he's killed them all! He still has some of the powers of a god! I am the god of war! I will make you suffer! I am the god of war!
It's pretty good, right? Runs really good. Runs smooth. That happens, you always fail. I don't know why that is, but it just does. But I think I can do it now. Uh-oh. You guys know where we are. Uh-oh. I don't know if I should be showing this or not, but I think everybody remembers exactly what is above here. Wonder what this could be right here. Is it here? I don't think it's there. No. Wonder where it could be. Maybe it's over here. Oh, it could be right here. Uh-oh. What could be right there? As much as I would love to show you what is right there, let's keep this stream PG-13. Everybody knows that the God of War games has the good old girls in it, and it does show some amazing things. Every God of War game has like a little section like this. Hide your kids, hide your wives. But there you go. So there's God of War 2. I won't show that off. Oh, let me go back into this here. Hold on. There we go. All right. Now this is a freaking classic. I don't know how many people played this game. This game is amazing. I cannot recommend this game enough. For those of you that haven't experienced PlayStation 2, or Xbox. It was on the original Xbox too. Hey, Adian. Yeah, the new God of War doesn't have that. But the old ones do. Yeah, this is a really good. The Matrix Path of Neo. Yes, I have a Nintendo 64. Yep, we're going to be playing GoldenEye here in just a bit. Alright, so we'll just load up a previous save that I have or something. Let's do the winter training. Game runs really smooth on this too. And we got Matrix 4 coming out. Same date as John Wick 4. Keanu versus Keanu. Alright, here you go. As you can see, you play as Neo in this. Now, I don't think I have the resolution up all the way because this game is actually a little bit hard to run on emulation. So you have to have the game set at a specific settings for this game, and I have those set, so this is pretty much the best it's going to look. I've got a lot of them. I use the Retron 5 for my classic games. And if anyone has ever knows about game consoles, the reason I use a Retron 5 is because it has HDMI and allows you to play games at their using the cartridge itself, but it emulates it. Focus wall run towards a wall and use L1 to run on the walls. Look how good this is. Oh, that was weird. All right, link us the stun enemies. It says this is a PlayStation game that I'm running with an Xbox controller, so it's a little confusing sometimes. To stun an enemy, and then circle, and then okay. Oops. Oh. And I'm. Oh, what the hell's going on? There we go. There we go. Takes a little time to get used to. Don't worry, the game is not in black and white. It's just that this mission is in kind of like a black and white color. And the reason they did that is because this is supposed to be like a classic samurai movie. Oh man. What's I think I have a block button, but I can't remember what it is. Yeah, I don't remember what the block button is. Alright, just showing off that. Let's look at something else. We've got the classic Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. Now, the only thing is Metal Gear Solid 2 does not run very well in this, but I will show you a little bit of Metal Gear Solid 3. I think I'm not going to use emulation when I do my Metal Gear Solid 2 walkthrough on Extreme. I think I'm just going to use the Xbox 360 version. 80, and yes, I have a few Superman members. I'm not sure if I have Burnout on here. I think I might.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Now, when you're streaming or when you're emulating games like this, it's very, very hit and miss. You just have to fine-tune the settings, right? I'll skip this cutscene here. I'll skip the cutscenes. So you can see how the game actually runs. Remember, the game is running on emulation. Yeah, this is MGS3 right here. But you'll notice that I like MGS2. So you're going to get a little bit of an Easter egg right here. There you go. Look at it. Looks pretty dang good. This is subsistence, so you can click the right thumbstick, and then you can go back to the original view from the original game, or you can click the right thumbstick back in, and then you get an actual true-to-life third-person. And let's switch to reverse. Reverse. There we go. Now, once you go up, you'll have a little cutscene here when you have this mask on.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. Oh,
this is Major Tom to ground control.
You can take off the disguise
I'm stepping
now.
through the door.
This isn't
in
right.
a most peculiar way.
Time for the snake to shed his skin. Can you hear me, mate?
This one you can just hold down a button. Now you actually have control. Two different ways you can go. See, the game looks so good still. Like, you wouldn't even be able to tell that this is that old of a game. But this game, I kid you not, this game came out 16 years ago. Literally almost a full childhood ago. 16 years.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out.
This is not the HD edition. No, this is not. This is emulation running on PlayStation 2. This is not the HD edition. Except this looks better than the HD edition because it is
Try to remember
emulation.
some of the basics of CQC.
So this game is now set at over 4K resolution, which is more than the HD edition.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Back when you had to hunt for food, eat food. Tasty. Hold on, we can go ahead and set our camouflage, right? Still looks great all these years later. For sure. This is my favorite story-driven Metal Gear game. It just feels so badass. Looks great. I mean, look at all the foliage and how they move, and you just don't really make things like these anymore, you know? You can die from this quicksand if you're not quick enough. That's what makes it so great. I never played the 3DS version, but I heard that it wasn't that good. Hey, Jen. How's Ella doing?
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake?
Yeah, well,
your
no, this is a
presence in
PS2.
Soviet territory is
Portable
already
Ops
a
was on the
violation of
PSP.
international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the
Have a good day,
Face
Madman.
option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your
Don't forget to leave a like,
surroundings will
everybody,
help
if you haven't had a
conceal
chance to.
yourself more effectively.
Playing some classic games here.
Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage.
Let's see, what is our best camouflage right now? Go woodland. Look at that, 90%. All right, so at this point, you would get back into a better camouflage now. Hey, thank you so much, Adian, for becoming a member. I appreciate it, bud. Everybody congratulate Adian for becoming the newest member to the channel. Welcome to Solid Snake. Now, if you shoot, you got to shoot the right one. You can actually get them to cower and run. If you shoot the right one, though. I really appreciate it, Aiden. You rock, man. Thank you. I like he's got that smile on his face. Now don't get too close. I still remember strategies for this, you know? That's what's great. Not the bees! Not the bees! I will. I'll take care of that baby. Remember, guys, becoming a member helps directly support the channel and so that we can continue to pay the bills and do what we love to do. This is what I do full time.
Supposedly being held.
And I actually make, this is how I get paid, is either by ads on the YouTube channel or by supporters. So it really, really helps.
The security is pretty tight.
Hey, Nick, thank you. Welcome,
I wonder
the
how
boss.
many are inside.
Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it, bud.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Haley, yes, I do.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive.
And why don't we play that one next,
huh?
huh?
Not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
But as you can see, it's pretty awesome, right? Play these classic games like this. But we'll move on to another one. We got a request for Tomb Raider Underworld. So I'm going to go to Windows, because I have it on Windows. And I'm going to go down to my Tomb Raider series. So we got Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Shenmue, there it is. There's got Tomb Raider Anniversary, Legend, Angel of Darkness. What a crazy one that is. And Tomb Raider Underworld. So Haley wants to see a little bit of Tomb Raider Underworld, so I will show that. Yes, definitely go if you haven't and you own a PlayStation. Go and download the Tomb Raider, or not Tomb Raider, the Uncharted series. For sure. I'll just click resume game. I think I'm in the second mission right now. YouTube Premium is you pay like a monthly fee. You get live TV. You also don't have to have ads on games. Does that make sense to you? Oh crap. I don't even know where I am right now, so I'm trying to get acquainted. think you slide down and jump here. And eventually, if you guys are wondering, yes, I do plan on doing walkthroughs for these 3 Tomb Raider games. Especially for Tomb Raider Anniversary and Tomb Raider Legend and Tomb Raider Underworld. I've been wanting to do walkthroughs for those games for a long time. These, I think, are some of the best Tomb Raiders. So here's something really cool. So we're going to back out. If you hold down A and up... Oh, she didn't do it. But normally she does her little, like, slow split move or whatever you want to call it. It's pretty cool. Oh, there must have been an animal down here. This is not an emulation right here. No, this is the original game. So this, what I have is called a front end. That's what you've been seeing in between the games. That front end will take whatever you have on the PC and it'll create like a console for it, like a place to show it off. You know what I mean? It's what they call a front end. So this I have on Steam. I am playing this game right now just via Steam because I bought the game a long time ago and I have the whole trilogy on Steam. So anything you see from my Windows section allows me to play any game that I have on my PC via Steam or GOG or whatever it is, any PC type of game. So this is just running off like a regular PC game. It's just a really, really cool way to get to it. It shows really cool graphics and all that stuff. Yep, it's called a front end. That's what they call what you... It allows you to show off all of your games. Get to them easily from one to the other. Like normally when you play a Steam game, right? If you want to exit a Steam game, you either hit Alt F4 or you hit Quit Game or whatever it is. Not when you have a front end. When you have a front end, you can easily get out of the game and go back into your front end. For me, it's by holding Select and Start on my Xbox controller. As you can see, the game just shut off and I went out of it and now I'm back in my front end. And you can see how quickly you get back in your front end. Remember Visage Hunt when we played that? That was one scary game, I'm telling you. But yeah, these are just some of the games that I have installed on my computer, like Alien Isolation, Assassin's Creed Unity, the Batman series, Arkham Asylum, City, Night, Arkham Origins, Bioshock, Doom 64, Assault on Dark Athena, Chronicles of Riddick, The Dark Occult, which is another scary game, Darksiders 3, DCS, which is a really cool sim game, Dead Space, Doom Eternal, of course, so I could, play Doom Eternal right now if I wanted to. Elite Dangerous, which is one of my favorites. Friday the 13th, The Golf Club, Grand Theft Auto 5, Hellblade, Hitman 2, Just Cause, Max Payne, Outlast, Resident Evil 4. Lots of great games. 5, 6, Rise, Son of Rome. These are just a few games that I have installed on my computer. And it's under the Windows section. Now you want to go, let's say, arcade. Right? This is your classic arcade. So if I were to click on, let's say, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. This is the original arcade version of Mortal Kombat 3. Ultimate. There we go. Give it a second because it's running via MAME, which is an emulator for arcade games. I'm sure you guys back in the day, if you're a little bit younger, have played this in the arcade and remember what it was like. So this is not a console version. This is the original arcade. So this is as if you're playing this, you know, at a store or at an arcade gaming place. All right, but I don't have it set up, so hold on. Let me see if I can actually set it up. Okay, I think it's tab. Yeah, okay. So let me go ahead and input it because I don't have my input this machine. This is what I got to do in order to make everything work. So player 1 up and down. So I got to go through this and I got to do this. Up, down, left. Right. So high punch. Block. High kick. Low punch. Low kick. Run. There we go. And then you got to go down to one player start, and you're going to hit the start button. Then you hit coin 1, because you got to put coins in, because this is an arcade machine. So I'm going to use the back button for that. So coin is going to be the back button, and we're good to go. So hit tab, and now I can actually control the game. See? That's like I'm entering coins. Gosh, I don't remember any controls, so...
Sub-Zero, choose your... Excellent.
Oh yeah, I got the Killer Instinct games on here too.
Round 1, fight! Sub-Zero wins. Round 2, fight!
Oh, he really? Oh, now the computer's cheap. Everybody knows how, like, ridiculous the computer can be in these games.
Round 3, fight!
Really? Look at it. Look at the computer. I can't even beat the computer.
Well done. Finish it. Reptile wins.
Alright, but you get the idea. And see, like, they all have these really cool videos that play. You see that? It's awesome, right? Area 51 is such a good game. These are just a few ones that I have on here. Now this is awesome, dude. If you have never played this, then you're missing out. The original Star Wars arcade. But I think everybody knows this one. So we're going to do this one. I think I'll probably have to set its controls. I don't know if it remembers or not. It might. Definitely, these are made for more joysticks, right? If you have like a joystick. Yeah, I don't have it set. Hold on. So I got to go in here and... Here we go. Heroes and a half shell. Total power. So here, I got to do this. Player 1 up. Alright, should be good.
Cowabunga! Cowabunga!
Fire! Hang on, April.
I mean, just how great this is, right? Oh, I hated these things. Uh-oh, what happened? Uh-oh. I lost. Oh, that sucks. What just happened? Hold on. There we go. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Shredder! No! All right, so you got a little glimpse of that. Let's see. Let's go PSP. I just have a few PSP games. I got some of the Syphon Filter PSP games, which are actually really good. Like, some of these are some of the best games. But all of you guys know Splinter Cell Essentials. You know, such a freaking bad, but I don't know. We'll play a little bit of it. All I can tell you is just how these controls are god-awful. So you got to use the face buttons to move your camera. Now, remember, this game looks better than it normally did on the PSP.
Let's see if there are any guards around.
Now, this does have Michael Ironside's voice, which is pretty awesome. and you press down to go back into the other type of controls. It's very weird because when you don't have a second joystick, because the PSP was notorious for only having one joystick, it makes it very tough to play these types of games. So if I want to stand back up, I gotta go in and out of camera mode.
Sarah's white gravestone over there. That's strange. Better get moving when I've got the chance.
Now, the cinemas don't actually work. Like, it'll play it for like the first 20 seconds and then it'll stop. Say it just stops. And then you go into the next mission, which is in Colombia.
Recon reports indicate the guerrillas ambushed a unit of local forces and wiped them out. Our liaison to the unit, Lieutenant Shetland, is missing.
That means the guerrillas have him, Captain. We've got to get him back.
We're planning a rescue for later tonight.
We don't have that much time. Shetland possesses classified information. If the guerrillas torture him and get those secrets...
If we go out there half-cocked, we'll walk right into another ambush. Now, this isn't open to discussion, Fisher. No one leaves the space, and that's an order.
You may not have noticed, Captain, but I'm not Army. I'm Special Ops. And my responsibility is to keep Shetland from revealing what he knows.
If you leave this base, Fisher, you're on your own.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Nice and sneaky. Nice and sneaky. It's a very unique type of game. Controls are god-awful. But it's the one Splinter Cell game that I've never played. It's hard to tell where you can actually climb and where you can't climb.
Thanks.
All right, but that's a little bit of that. There's God of War Ghosts of Sparta. I've got Ghosts or Grand Theft Auto Liberty Cities, the SOCOM games, which are really good. And I even have on the PS2. SOCOM U.S. Navy SEALs, which I know a lot of you guys have been saying that you've wanted to see me play that for a while. Yeah. Everything or Nothing, which is like amazing game. Even this one, check this out. From Russia with freaking love, baby. This is a classic. Although I did prefer Everything or Nothing a little bit more. But that's just because I love... Pierce Brosnan is my favorite Bond, and Sean Connery is second. I would say it's a tie for third between Timothy Dalton and Daniel Craig. Now this game looks absolutely beautiful when you emulate it. It's 4K quality. It's so good. I know you guys are dying to see me play some GoldenEye, so we're going to switch to GoldenEye right after this.
This is an infiltration mission. Retrieve the documents hidden within the mansion at the far end of the hedge maze. Be careful. We believe you may have picked up a shadow.
Look at this. Isn't this great? I mean, it looks so good. It looks like a game that could have come out in the last few years. When you upgrade emulation, you take a PS2 game and you emulate it and you upgrade it. I mean, it just looks so good. Right? Look at that. So good. Stealth attack combos, focus shots. You can just see how the game runs super, super well. But I know you all are dying to see a specific game. So let's show a little bit of GoldenEye. So I've showed you Big Box. That's what I've been playing all of this on. No, I haven't even went over all the Sega Genesis games I have, which is like my favorite retro console, Genesis. But just look at all these. I mean, Lethal Enforcers. You guys remember Lethal Enforcers? So many games that we're going to go over the next few months with Retro Saturdays. Right now, I'm just showing you a hodgepodge of different games. The old NFL games, Madden. I mean, so many freaking great games. Marble Madness? Oh, crazy. Of course, just look at how many there is. I mean, look at this. That's how many games that we have. Me and my dad played PGA Tour Golf 3 so much. I even did a Retro Saturday episode on just PGA Tour Golf 3. So many games. Primal Rage, you guys remember that one? Prince of Persia, the old classic Prince of Persia, yep. RBI Baseball, oh yeah. Brings me back. Alright, so I showed you this front end, and again, there's not only that, but there's also Game Gear games, all the Nintendo games that ever came out, all the Super Nintendo games that ever came out. I mean, look at all the Super Nintendo ones. Now, you guys might remember, let's go to S. Some of my favorite Super Nintendo games. Once it loads up, there we go. You got to go all the way down to where it says Super. Spider-Man, oh, come on. Star Trek. Street Fighter. But you guys know what I'm talking about. When you go down to Super, I can find it here. Should be right up here. Super Mario World. Super Punch-Out. There we go. Super Star Wars. Return of the Jedi. Empire Strikes Back. Great classic games. Yep, I even have Metroid Prime, and I'll show you that here. But yeah, so that's this front end. So you guys have seen Big Box, right? So I'm going to switch to desktop mode. You'll see my desktop here. It's going to load up Launchbox, which Launchbox is the original thing, and that's how you put your games inside the big box. It's pretty easy to do. It doesn't take long, but you just yeah, look, Metal Gear. You can add games or whatever, and that's how you add them. Then you have them on your hard drive, and then you put them in here, and then they can be added to your big box. So now I'm going to show you CoinOps. So give me a second, and I'll bring up this other front end that I have called CoinOps. This is where I have my Nintendo 64 games. Give it a second, it'll load up. All right, there we go. So this is CoinOps. Now what I have on CoinOps is every single arcade game that came out. Every single arcade game. And there are some super Alien vs. Predator arcade. Bad Dudes. You guys remember Bad Dudes? All of them. Yep. Every single one. Battletoads. All right, so that's arcade. We got arcade classics. Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Dreamcast, computer classic DOS games, like, say, let's go into Dreamcast. Crazy Taxi. Daytona. House of the Dead. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Just a few on here. Star Wars, Soul Calibur, Episode Racer. Just got a few Dreamcasts. Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, and these are a lot of games. Nintendo GameCube. And I have a lot of favorite games on Nintendo GameCube. One being, there's your FX0 or F-Zero GX. Metroid Prime. Game runs beautifully. Metro Prime Echoes. Star Fox, and here it is right there, baby. Star Wars Rogue Leader.
Got it!
such an amazing game. One of these times we'll definitely play some GameCube games. Right now we're gonna go over to Nintendo 64. To GoldenEye. These games that you're seeing right now are included with this front end. And the front end is called CoinOps Next. You got to give this one a second for it to load. Oops. I don't know what it's doing here. So with some of these, I know you can't see it right now. Don't worry, you'll see it in a second. I know it shows up right there. Don't worry. We're going to do it again. This is kind of what happens when you're playing these style games. It takes a while for them to cache, and then once they cache, it'll play regular. It just takes a little bit of finagling. Yeah, it's doing it again. I got to let it run for a second, I guess. Maybe that's a little bit better. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't want to go full screen. Acting a little weird. It did this to me before, but I fixed it, so let me see if I can figure it out. Give me just a second. Might have to go out one game and into another. Let's bring up this one. As you can see, it's working fine. It just, for some reason, it's really weird sometimes. Yeah, I don't know why it does this. Most of the time it works 100, full screen all the time. GoldenEye is just one of those games that can be... So yeah, see, it's just not working right. I don't know why it's doing this. Because it should not be doing this. I got it. There we go. Just took a while, just acting a little weird. Remember, when you're emulating games, you know, some of them can be a little tough to handle. I've never played that retro, no. And you don't need to say it 3 times. Coming? Now, you just have to fine-tune the settings to make it look better. Yeah, this is like the best music ever, right? I mean, such a freaking classic game. Not the easiest thing to aim. Got him. Now the music is what set this game apart, man. It's got like some of the best music ever. You guys remember this? You got to go into here. See if I can remember how to do it. Covert modem. Got it. It's not easy to aim. It's like one of those things where it's like it just automatically goes back to the middle. It doesn't stay where you aim it if you let go. So it can be very difficult to aim. I mean, that music is just so freaking iconic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the members choose for the next retro stream that we do on next Saturday. I'm going to let the members choose which retro game we play, and we play that game for a full stream. All right, that is going to be what we're going to do. So if you're not a member, I mean, it's another perk to get a chance to become a member. So you actually can pick some of the games that we play. And I also choose members to pick which walkthroughs we're going to be doing next on the channels. So becoming a member is going to have some perks to it. I want to make sure I give you guys a little bit for spending a few bucks a month into making sure that we can keep this channel alive, you know? So you even got Perfect Dark on here, which was the spiritual successor to GoldenEye. Super Mario 64, Donkey Kong 64, Zelda games.
There's someone here.
Some really, really good Nintendo 64 games. PC Engine. Let's see, what PlayStation games we got on here? Yeah, the original Resident Evil. Resident Evil 2. Now, like I said, this one, CoinOps, next, it comes with all of the games you see. It comes with it. So all I can tell you is search in Google for CoinOps next, and you'll be able to have every single. It's a big download. It's like 27 gigabytes. So that's something you have to just remember. Burnout, God of War, San Andreas, Vice City, Metal Gear 2 and 3. Now, the thing about these ones is this is running off of their own emulation. It's pre-emulated, meaning that I don't have access right now to change into better graphics quality. So I can't make the game look as good as it could because I have to go into the system and change everything. Karsten, I have arcade games on here too, so I have pretty much everything. I don't think that this game runs very well, though. I forgot that these older games, they require you to hit the B button to move forward. Oh, this has skateboarding. Oh, God. I don't even know if it's going to work. It might not even work. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's going to work. Oh, something's going on. Yeah, see, it's running like super slow. Look at that. Yeah, it looks like I can't get that to work properly. Let me exit it. Oops. There we go. Okay, we're back. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, so it doesn't look like that mode, the skateboarding mode, works. Some of the games are just not very good at running, emulation-wise. That's just kind of how it is, you know? There's a few PSP games in here as well. Luminous is a good game. Ridge Racer. It's even got some Wii games. Let's do a little punch out for the Wii. that's Gabby J.
Bonjour! Bonjour! Right! Haha! Vive la France!
Like I said, not all games work good.
Oh zut!
1, 2, 3. Come on.
Yep, you get the idea. All right, but like, I'll go back to the arcade. Oh, it also has Street Fighter 4 on here. Like I said, just about every arcade game on here. Let me see, what would be a good one to play? Virtual Fighter's a good one. Tekken. Turtles in Time, that's a good one. Okay, I'm getting my butt kicked. Jeez, come on. Oh. Man, you're kicking my butt. Yeah, I'm not very good at the old fighting games. I know I was going pretty fast, so I'll slow down a little bit so you can see. The arcade version of Super Punch-Out! It's actually a lot different. Help me get to 100 likes, guys. We're almost there. Street Fighter the movie? Oh, God. Look at how many Street Fighters there are. Yeah, Sunset Riders is a good one. I gotta show you this one, though. I got to. I'm probably going to be copyrighted, I am sure. But these are so good games.
Red 5 standing by.
This is the original Star Wars game back in 1983, I think. Somewhere around there. So it's a very short game, but it goes in waves. So, like right here, as you can see, it's very, very easy.
Luke, trust me.
But it will get, it'll get much difficult the more you beat it. Got it. Now it is the second wave. So this will be significantly tougher and we'll have more obstacles. Another classic is Star Wars Arcade, like in 1980 or 1998, I think that came out. Which is, lets you play with the lightsaber, go up against Darth Vader.
I have you now. I'm hit, but not bad. R2, see what you can do with it. Red 5, I'm going in.
Now you'll see we'll have, see how it's different? Now we do this this run here. And it's not too difficult to survive. But the trench run is even different too, once you get to that point. Remember, these are made for a joystick. These are not, you can play these with the joystick that you have. That's what you want to play them with. That's what they were made for, not with it for a controller. So if you have an arcade stick or something, these games are perfect for them. Here we go. Now you'll see how it's a little bit more tougher. There you go. See, obstacles are going to start coming in the way now. So you have to go up and down and avoid the obstacles. Same time, trying not to get hit, which can be tough.
Let go.
Let go. Use the force, Luke. Run to Dagobah. Run to Dagobah.
You're strong.
Am I? I missed it. I missed the Azok port. You got to aim. The only way I've ever been able to do it is to be low and then hit it.
I want R2. Let go.
Nah, they got me.
Remember, the Force will be with you, always.
I told you all you got to do is in Google type in CoinOps next. And you can get it all. Splatterhouse. Anybody remember Splatterhouse? Spider-Man, the arcade game.
Space Ace, Defender.
So many games. We're still in all the Simpsons. Oh, come on. Like I said, for next week, I'll have a poll for members only, and you guys can choose which game we stick to most of the time.
Bart!
Graphics still look really good today. Wow. Principal Skinner. Just remember pumping so many coins into these games back in the day. All right. Lots of so many freaking good games here. They even had a Sonic game in the arcade? Sega Ninja. There are so many games with the letter F. But here, let's do a classic. I don't even know if it's I got it on here. I got it on the other one, but I don't know if it's on here. I just want to play this for a second because I want you to listen to the pause screen. I'm sure some of you remember playing Battletoads back in the day. You know, they're coming out with a remake, right? I actually played it. It should be hopefully out sometime within the next year. I played it at E3 last year. And they're coming out with the Streets of Rage as well. Brand new arcade games. Gonna be cool. I couldn't catch it. These things are hard. Yeah, I remember hating those. Now this is the reason I want to show you this. Check this out. Bounce, 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 boom, 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 bounce, 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 boom, 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 bounce, 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 boom, boom, boom. That is like the best pause screen in a video game ever. I played a lot of this. Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. A lot of it. And DuckTales back in the day. Of course, The Legend of Zelda. Mega Man. Why not give the original NES some love? Although this is not the original, this is the NES version. You need the MSX in order to play the original. This is the one we all grew up to. I told you what it's called. CoinOps. Just search it in Google. I'm not going to show you how to do it or anything like that. Sometimes you got to work for it. I'm getting sleepy. I feel asleep. Classic. Now, you'll automatically be detected here, because if I remember, the guard, he respawns. So you're just going to die. See? See what I mean? I know, it's crazy, right? Lots of classics. Now, this was my favorite game. Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Let's see if I'm still any good at it. The music is so iconic. Do 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 ba da da ba da ba dang gong. Hey, Anakin! I finally had the courage to tackle Resident Evil 7 thanks to my videos. Scariest game I've played. Thanks for the videos and congrats on the baby. Thank you so much, Anakin. Thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate it, bud. I used to be such an expert at this game. Da, 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 da. It's all about where he's holding his... Yeah, once he's holding up, then you aim down. Once he's holding down, then you aim up. I mean, it's pretty simple. Oh, I missed it. I was just a little too early. I got a little too rambunctious. Other than that, he'll take forever to try to hit you. It's been a while since I don't know the strategies to knocking them out is super quick anymore, but I used to. Strain still got it, ladies and gents. Yeah, they all have different ways of beating them. He does a little head shake when he's about to hit. See? If you time it right, you can get a punch. You gotta time it right. As soon as he does the shake. It's pretty awesome playing these classic games, though. But like I said, the main Retro Saturday series is going to be us playing one particular game. Oops. Uh-oh. Co-op for Double Agent version 2. I'm not understanding. I don't know what you mean. You can't do co-op for Double Agent Xbox version anymore. We didn't make it. I think if you're pressing select or something, you can get your health back up if you've taken damage, but... So many classic good games. Got your good old Super Mario. Top Gun. Remember trying to land on Top Gun? One of the best Batman games right here, the original Batman. I took requests at the beginning, but now I'm just kind of going through a few different ones. What's on PC Engine? I never had a PC Engine. But there you go, yeah. And then you got Arcade Classics. I don't think I showed you Arcade Classics. I guess the games that everybody really loved. Bubble Bobble. Captain America. Contra. Holy sh... Wow. Yeah, Batman NES was great. Oh my gosh, man. Donkey Kong brings me back. Dragon's Lair?
Dragon's Lair, the fantasy adventure where you become a valiant knight on a quest.
I don't think I have that on here, unfortunately. But it is on Nintendo 64, so I could get it on here.
Dragon's Lair, the fantasy adventure where you become a valiant knight on a quest to rescue the fair princess from the clutches of an evil dragon. You control the actions of a daring adventurer finding his way through the castle of a dark wizard who has enchanted it with treacherous monsters and obstacles.
Yeah, for some reason it doesn't want to show up on
In the mysterious caverns below the castle, your odyssey continues against the awesome forces that oppose your efforts to reach the dragon's lair. Lead on, adventurer. Your quest awaits.
Hold on, give me a sec. There it goes. I don't think I have the controls set up for this one though right now. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have the control set up for it. Everyone remembers good old Dragon's Lair. Now here you got The Empire Strikes Back, which was the different Star Wars.
The Force is with you.
Frogger. Gauntlet, great games. Golden Axe. Also from Sega. Aladdin. So many games to choose from, right? Like, so many freaking games that you can just play forever and ever and ever. Alright guys, well that's going to be the stream for today. I showed you some retro games. Now next Saturday we're going to be taking a more deeper dive into some of those classic games. And I will put a poll out for members only. And then those members will get a chance to vote, you know, which one we play, right? That's the whole purpose of bringing back these retro games and stuff, and giving the members a chance to feel they're a part of the channel, because you guys help me out tremendously, so thank you. Maybe I'll do a stream tonight, doing another one of those old walkthroughs or something, but we got Metal Gear Solid 3 to do with all the cutscenes and all that stuff, so maybe I'll do that. I don't know, that takes about 6 hours. So I might get everything ready and do a Metal Gear Solid stream today, and then tomorrow maybe we can do like Hitman or something. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed. It's been my pleasure to bring some of these older games to you. But yeah, thanks again for watching. Love you all. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next stream. We'll see what we're doing. Don't forget to follow us on Discord to stay up to date on when we're going to stream and what we got going on. All the links are in the description, or you can click the link in the chat right now.